Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today Brand of Sacrifice has released another new single, which is very exciting. It is called Altered Eyes, and I've done a video, I believe, for all of the singles that have come off of the album. Lifeblood, the title track, I believe, being my favorite. I really enjoyed Animal as a close second, though, with that intense choir breakdown, but there's something about like that "You Are My Lifeblood" and then the way the instrumentals hit. I think that just like the moral of the story is the singles have been fantastic. Brand of Sacrifice is awesome. They've got a lot of really cool merch too for this album. This sweatshirt has become one of my favorite sweatshirts really quickly. I will link their merch in the description if you're interested in checking it out. March 5th will be the album drop. I'm very excited. It's looking extremely promising. This single should be a banger given all of the other singles have. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get straight into it. Oh. Oh, and that. Oh. Oh. That was cool. This part right here was not where I was expecting that part to go. What in the world? I guess I should be used to the cool stuff like this with Brand of Sacrifice by now. Uh-oh. What? Every... Oh, even slower. Okay. Brand of Sacrifice, Altered Eyes. Let's discuss. As I suspected, another fantastic song from Brand of Sacrifice. What I really admire about all of these singles when you look at them is that they're all very heavy, but all at the same time manage to feel completely different from each other and kind of bring something different to the table. I'm not even sure what it would be with this one. There was really that first part where it opened up into where I was saying it was not what I was expecting. It kind of opened up into like this slower part with some build-up drumming type of stuff going on, and I really enjoyed that. It's nice to be able to take these singles and not know exactly what's coming from Brand of Sacrifice, but knowing that it will be really cool, and I definitely wasn't disappointed by that in this song at all. I thought that they managed to capture that. The transition into the chorus, that part specifically was really interesting. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that they're able to keep like a fresh sound, because as I'm always talking about in videos for, I feel like, Brand of Sacrifice, To the Grave, about how I wasn't able to really get into deathcore that much. I was trying bands like the older Suicide Silence stuff. I was talking about it on one of my live streams recently. Stuff like that. Sorry, that was bothering me. Stuff like that, though, that I was trying to get into, but it was all sounding really similar. It didn't really have any characteristics in the music that set it apart from the other bands that I was listening to try to get into the genre. But had I had something like this in my hands earlier, or something like Miserable Summer by To the Grave, I think that I would have been able to get into it, because they don't just bring those like heavy ass aspects to the songs, but there's also those like super techie parts that you hear, the choir vocalizing, the instrumentals, the symphonic elements that are brought into deathcore music, the range that's displayed in the vocals instead of one just like really impressive but consistent vocal the whole time. Stuff like that tends to lose me, and I wouldn't see it being considered for something like Album of the Year for me, whereas Brand of Sacrifice is definitely up there for me. Each of the singles have just brought something so different to the table, I feel like, but still managed to capture that like extremely heavy need. The riff needs are met. There were some really sweet drum fills, and of course at the end of the song they went with the ending breakdown on this, which I appreciate. I love a good ending breakdown, but this one, it went so slowed down, and this whole song just got so low. It's impressive. The vocal range on Kyle is insane, especially I've talked a bit about the After Image on my channel. The After Image is pretty much Brand of Sacrifice members in making music in a different project prior to Brand of Sacrifice. Amazing, but Kyle is the vocalist in that band as well, and the clean vocals are also Kyle in the After Image, and I think if you go and listen to something from them and just like take in his clean vocals and then come and listen to Brand of Sacrifice, you can tell just how talented he is. And I'm not just, I try not to just say stuff on my YouTube channel, but something like that, it really impresses me, because the After Image is, I probably still prefer the After Image over Brand of Sacrifice, but that is a really high up band for me, one of my favorites of all time, so it's hard to beat. But just knowing that that is something they're also able to capture, yet they're also able to put out these singles. I'm assuming that this album is just going to be absolutely incredible, given that all of these singles, I feel like, have a different, it sounds weird, but like different personality almost is what it feels like when you're listening to the songs. And I'd be interested to listen to, like I always am with most albums I'm stoked about, but listening to it in order. Even albums I'm not stoked about, usually because I don't enjoy the singles, whatever the case may be, I still like to listen to the album in full from track 1 to whatever the ending track is in order, because I think that there can be albums where that's really important and the order of the songs are really important, and I don't know, I'm a music nerd, I guess, and I like to pay a lot of attention to where stuff falls, and I feel like with Brand of Sacrifice and all of the different elements that they're bringing into these singles, that will be something that I'm definitely able to do. I feel like listening to this as it flows will bring us to a lot of interesting places, given all of those choir parts that I'm talking about. I like to see the stuff I wouldn't expect to be brought into deathcore brought in, because like I said, at this point, I've probably listened to a decent amount of deathcore. Before starting my channel, before doing the live streams and stuff, it wasn't the case. But now I'd say I've listened to a decent amount of deathcore, But anyway, what I was trying to say is I've heard a decent amount of the heavier stuff that we have coming out at this time. And for me, Brand of Sacrifice, Darko, and To the Grave are like the three bands I go to for like the heavy stuff for me. There are, of course, other bands, but I'm talking about like the majority of their songs right now. So for me, I've been going back to Brand of Sacrifice's older stuff. They've got some really awesome stuff. They've been incorporating the choir and whatnot into their music for a while, but these singles definitely sound like an evolved version of what they've put out recently anyway, like their EP and stuff like that. So check out definitely what else they have in their discography if you've only checked out the singles. Let me know what you thought in the comments of Altered Eyes and what you're thinking about the album Lifeblood. It will be out on March 5th, and like I said, you can find the pre-order links and that sort of thing in the description. And if you have a different sort of song that you would like to see added to either of the lists that I work off of when I'm doing request-based videos, both links will be in the description, as well as the Linktree link, which has the invite to the Discord server. I talk about the Discord server all of the time. It's awesome. It's been growing a lot lately, so if you're interested in coming to join our online community, the link will be there, as well as the profile link for my Instagram. My handle on there is Rachel Reacts, the same as my YouTube channel, but I will put it up here on the screen for you. I post my vinyl collection, merch, stuff like that. It's all music related. So if you have any interest in that, you know where it will be in the description. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.